Epic lens flaring. And finally the Sony at f1.8. Just no lens flare. Really? Hey, Lagerbags. Lagerbags.
The only bit of lens flare I can see with the Sony is a tiny bit of rainbow kind of flare at the very edges, but otherwise amazingly well controlled. Every time I was pointing it straight at the sun, trying to get lens flare, it just barely anything was coming up. That was at 24 and at 70mm. It was only the tiniest speck. Very easy to Photoshop out if you're doing photos with that. So very well done, Sony.
Very surprising.
Now the next lens that was doing was the Panasonic 20mm f1.7. Here flare. We're getting some amazing lens flare, but also look at this strange kind of triple green dot, or the quadruple green dots going on. So there is something interesting going on here as well. So I was making me think, green, is it the Panasonic lenses or is it the Panasonic cameras? I'm going to have to redo this test.
1.7, 8,000th of a second shutter speed.
Again, yeah, it's showing you the kind of strong purple lens flare, which is almost impossible to Photoshop out in, well, it's not impossible, but in Lightroom just to be able to clone out is very, very difficult. And so again, these lens flares are the reflection of the sun reflecting within the bits of glass within the lens. 20mm is a tiny little lens. You would think that it wouldn't have that much reflection going on, but here it's showing you the whole spectrum of everything from red to green to bright blues. It's quite a spectacular bit of lens flaring.
Look at that.
But that's nothing compared to the Panasonic 12 to 32. There's this insane, I just cannot even describe it, what it is. It's, somebody said it looks like you're discovered ectoplasm and is an alien inside your lens. It's bizarre. So this is a brand new lens, so it's not like you can say, oh, it's fungus. That's what it looks like. It looks like a fungal growth of some sort, like some bacteria kind of growing, but just spectacular weirdness. It's like a little galaxy inside the lens that is some form of a reflection going on. Any of you have got this camera or this lens, the Panasonic 12 to 32, and if you've experienced this as well, let me know. But like there, it was just so cool. It's very, very cool and impossible to Photoshop out. There, look at it. It's like a little jet engine with the light going through. Amazing kind of dealing with optics. It's quite a fun thing to see it. And yeah, so here I'm going to stop the video.
Purple flare.
Look at that. No, look, well, there's a purple bit there, which is pretty tough, but that green bit to the left, with all the dots in it, I have no idea what that could be. I just cannot figure it out. There's a couple other little dots on the lens. That's just dust. That's not a problem. I can clean that off. But other than the odd kind of little reflection of dust at high apertures, this multi-dotted single lens flare, it's a three-dimensional thing as well, because it seems like there's dots in the background as well. It's not a flat plain dots. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. That's all I could. Never seen anything like it before in my life. And I really wanted to just share it with you for you to see it.
What is that?
Because I'm sure very few other people have seen lens flare as
what is that lens
bizarre and as insane as that.
Is amazing.
Very, very cool. So for the rest of this video, it's just watching this lens flare moving around. So there you go. That was my epic lens flare. Cheers. Bye bye.
Looks like I can see some dirt on the lens of some sort. Maybe the sensor. That is amazing. I think there's a lot of dust actually. Yes, there's dust on the actual. Hello, Lagerbags. He's sitting on me. Look at that. Amazing lens flare. But the most interesting one is that. Hey, Ladybugs. Got your helmet on the wrong way. Doesn't matter. Is it cool? Gonna have some lens flare coming out your face. Yeah. Lens flare out the nose. Looky, look at me. Looky. Oh yeah. Okay, you can just sit on me instead. Just sit on me. I'm gonna start this lens flare. Amazing. Am I the best seat ever, Ladybugs? Yeah. Lens flare out the bottom. Lens flare out your bottom. No. Epic lens flaring. Right. Here's f3.5. Still can't seem to replicate that crazy aperture. Let's change the aperture. Oh, shutter speed down. F9. Oh, there it is. Let's go F16. What is that? That is amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Strangest lens flare I've ever seen. That's so cool. Here I am trying to replicate the lens flare. I'm just on a roof of a building which I'm shooting. So there's the sun over there, and I've got it hidden behind an opaque panel. And as I just move a little bit to the left, oh look at that, there's a bit of lens flare. Oh, the sunspot there. And let's go over here. So now there's the lens flare, and can't seem to replicate the exact thing. So oh no, I can still kind of see it there. Changes with where the lens is focused. So if I have a close focus, I might put this into manual focus. There, you can always see it again. Hold on, I'm going to put this into manual focus. Now this lens, manual focusing is a bit difficult. I'm going to, oh, there, I'm going to zoom out to about there. Not zoom, what do you call it? Focus. Kind of see it again. I think I need to change the aperture. I'm going to put it in full manual. Okay, shooting at f3.5, 8,000th of a second shutter speed. Okay, there's a lens flare at the side. See, I'll point it there. There's some lens flare. And there you can see the dots again. So it's, whatever it is kind of cool.
Careful.
What? Duck. You'll go for mango.
Hold on.
Ada.
Will we have some yogurt?
Ada.
Would you like some yogurt?
Ada.
Yogurt?
Ada.
All done?
Nice.
Ada.
Do you want some yogurt? Oh, John, you'll be pleased.
Wow.
Go on. All done? All done? Let's see. Good boy. Want a wee drink?